Hey guys, Elite Legionario here, and today I'm bringing you a 2 versus 2 for Rome Total War. And this time it is a 2 versus 2 battle, bridge style. And to be honest, whilst I find them a nice interesting addition to the game, I don't particularly like them because I think they give they favour the defender ridiculously. The defender almost like 95% of the time will win a bridge battle unless they're using way weaker troops. So as you can see, I'm commanding Armenia. I have 6 units of gold Armenian legionnaires, 5 units of gold tech Armenian archers, 4 units of gold and 1 experience cataphracts, 2 which are hidden, and 2 units of hidden Arab light cavalry, which are gold, and I think they might have an experience chevron as well. I did this battle a very long time ago, so I don't particularly remember the details. Well, it wasn't ages ago, but it was a while ago. And my ally here, Dedrit, he is in command of the Julli Romans, and I don't know, he's probably got some hidden stuff because it looks like his army's pretty small there, but it looks to be 2 gold legionary cohort and a legionary first cohort which is gold, legionary cavalry which is silver, and 6 gold attack archer auxilia peasants, but I'm certain you'll have some hidden stuff in the forest here as well. Our opponents, Hermes is the Seleucid Empire and Kingcobra is Macedon. So Hermes' army consists of a very large force of silver shields, and I get the impression this wasn't the CWB game. It was a long time ago, so I can't remember the details. So it's a 6 8 gold silver shield pikemen. Looks to be 4 gold attack archers, I think, or 4 archers, no upgrades, I'm not sure. Looks to be a gold armoured bodyguard, and several gold attack cataphracts, 4 of them by the looks of it. And it looks like there's some silver shield legionnaires too. They looks to be 3 of those. They don't look to have any upgrades, but they might. The other player, Kingcobra, has 5 gold visible royal pikemen, 4 Cretan archers, 2 upgrades, so silver attack probably. Looks to be 3 companions, gold. But I'm sure he'll have some more hidden stuff in these little foresty bits here. And if I remember correctly, I decide I want to attack in this battle, and it friggin' like destroys me. You'll see what I'm saying. These guys showed no inclination to attack whatsoever, and we're just sitting here for like 10, probably actually close enough to 10 minutes, because I wanted to attack right away from the start, but my ally didn't really want to, and attacking by yourself is just stupid. Well, you know, it is pretty stupid. I think I end up doing it anyway because I get sick of waiting. He says I say to him that I'm going to attack, and he says okay, so I just figured he'd help, but he doesn't help. But he turns out to be a pretty good ally later on. So it looks like he's got 5 units of gold legionary cohort and 1 legionary first cohort. A very nice Roman army here. Not the traditional one, and that's always a good thing in my book. Just nice to see some differences. So I'm well set to sit here and use Springer Trap, but I decide to attack because I reckon that I probably could have beaten the Macedonian player, because he's actually phalanx pikemen. That's why I decided I was going to attack, because they're phalanx pikemen, but I'm pretty sure he's got a whole lot of hidden royals as well. So I rush across because I don't want to get too many arrows by these Cretans. But when I get across, my men do not form up the way I planned it, and it is really annoying. I form my men up, obviously just to form them a line in front of these guys, but they don't form, they just bundle up, and it's weird and annoying. But this particular situation, when you cross in like this, the attacker is always, like the defenders, I've done several of these, and every time I've defended I've won. Every time I've attacked I've won. A couple of times I won, but most of the times I attack I lose. the defender just has a ridiculous advantage. See, he could just rush his men here and completely catch me off guard. These are cataphracts and stuff here, but my ally decides not to help me, and automatically that means I'm going to lose, because the Seleucid player can come in and help as well, and I can never beat them. So my men do form up. And actually, it might be my cavalry who do the wrong thing here. I can't remember, one or the other. It goes all wrong. So I form up, but and I throw my peeler. But I'm pretty annoyed with my ally, because he said he'd come across, but he didn't, and that screws me over. So I bring my cataphracts in here, and I ordered them all one on each side, and they do some really weird shit. So my men get charged by these companions, and I ordered these cataphracts to charge them, but they won't run, or won't do it very well. Here I told them to go round, they're going to go straight through. I was annoyed with that as well. I specifically told them to go round and then into the back, but they just went straight in. I can specifically remember because I was so annoyed when I did this. And as you can see over here, my general unit's just going to get pwned by all that cavalry, and I retreat them out here, and I'm screwed. The moment I saw that my ally wasn't going to help me, I decided not to bring anything else across, and as you can see, my men are doing okay against these phalanx pikemen, but now that these cavalry are free, it's going to be a pretty huge defeat. So, really frustrating. This is another case of ally simply not helping, causing a massive problem. My whole army just pretty much gives in right there like that. This is, I said to him, let's attack, and he said okay, and as you can see, he did practically nothing that whole time. I was so focused on getting my men across. When I looked to see if he'd coming, I was like, what the hell are you doing? You're not coming. And he didn't say anything, and it's obviously just cost me all my infantry. So he later says to me, after I'd been destroyed, he said, sorry, I forgot to help, and I thought, oh, well, it's a bit late now, but I was kind of really angry about it at the time, because it obviously has cost me all my infantry and 2 units of cataphracts for virtually no gain at all. As you can see, I did pretty much jack all to any of these units. There's a few companions there, but hardly any. And as you can see, just total frustration on a huge scale. And this is what I'm saying about the defenders always having the advantage in these bridge battles. Attacking is very hard. It's not impossible, people can do it. I have done it once or twice, but they're all on my old computer, which unfortunately I lost all my files on, so I can't upload any. So yeah. But anyway, I just said to him, well, seeing as you're the only one with infantry left, they can come over to us. And it works out really well though, because my remaining cavalry anyway, perform really, really well. I'm going to bring my archers over here and hopefully provide archer support so I can take out those archers. And I think the Macedonian gets pretty cocky after seeing what happened to me, and I can honestly say I can't blame him. I'll be pretty cocky too, probably, if I won in such a way. Just really annoying though when your ally doesn't, time their attack as well. If he'd done that, these cataphracts wouldn't have come in, and I might have been able to beat those Macedonians, or at least weaken them more. But it probably would have gone bad anyway. So it's just the way it goes though. So as you can see, he comes up, but by this point he was saying he was sorry, he didn't help, and he eventually turns into a really useful ally, because I don't know what was he not paying attention or something. He mustn't have been, but to be honest, I probably was a bit rash going across there like that, but I did think he was coming to help me, or at least attacking on his end to keep those cataphracts away. But yeah, I was probably a bit rash there, so I'm not blaming him for everything there. It was probably my fault. I shouldn't have attacked, but I didn't want to defend, because I just think defending on these bridge battles is like the most simple thing ever. It's like anyone can do it. It's so easy, especially if you've got Spartans. You just sit there, block the bridge, and it's like effortless. You don't even need skill to do it. So these guys made no attempt at any point to attack. They weren't going to. They do now that I've been destroyed, but you could tell by the way they were playing that they wouldn't. And the pathfinding in this game on bridge battles and stuff, shocking. Look at all these archer auxiliary just clumping themselves. A disaster. And I can guarantee you he wouldn't have told them to do that. It's just what happens. So these silver shields go into Testudo, and as you can see, these phalanx pikemen come across, and this is the thing about phalanx pikemen. They've got pretty bad morale, and you'll see why in a minute when I make very short work of them. I do remember some of the specifics of this battle, but it was a fair while ago, so I can't remember it perfectly well. So it's looked pretty bad for us, as you can tell. We took a few casualties there that are archers, but we won the archer duel, at least with the Seleucids. But these Cretians can outrange us considerably, so we withdraw. But as you can see, because of the stupidness of the AI, when you move your units, they don't move properly sometimes, and it's cost a lot of unnecessary forces for the Roman player. So these guys are going to come back, but he will come across, so I'm just going to triple speed because this sort of boringness goes on for a long time. As you can see, they're feeling confident now to come across or start to move up. And this is where you'll see, even with my vastly depleted forces and our side being much weaker than it was, you'll see how much better the defending position on these bridge battles is when we pretty much beat them down real effortlessly. So I mean, if we decided to stay defending the whole time, I reckon we would have easily won. So here I see a Silver Shield Legionnaire in Testudo formation right here, so I charge my cataphracts straight into it and catch it in Testudo, and it's very much getting beaten down. It's starting to come out now, so I just withdraw, but I lost like one cataphract, they lost about 20 Legionnaires, so if you ever see Testudo based cataphracts there, you should definitely not Testudo cataphracts, so if you see a unit in Testudo, get your cav and charge it in. So now he's all bundled up right here, and we'll just shoot them from every side with our archers, and you watch these Seleucids go down like wildfire. So here I'm going to charge my cataphracts in, and these Romans are going to come forward as well, and you'll see my cataphracts do a fantastic job here. And here come all these companions, and he thinks he's got me beat up pretty bad here, but my archers are doing a really good job. And as you can see, the Seleucids are getting destroyed, and these companions are getting drawn into the woods, which is good. And here I come in with my Arab cav, and my cataphracts are on their way, and we're getting hit by some of these, I thought they were, these arrows. And you watch just what happens. These companions get caught out here by my Arab cav, but my cataphracts coming in as well, and this is going to spell certain destruction for them. He tries to withdraw, but too late. My cataphracts are going to hit them, and he's going to get squashed. My archers managed to get away pretty safely, and it is a complete envelopment for those units, and these units behind get decimated. So there's this cavalry destroyed, and all their cavalry is now gone. So they have the infantry edge, but we've got the cavalry edge. And as you can see, it's been a very big massacre for these Macedonian cavalry. So Arab cavalry can be very good if they're sprung in traps and things like that. Because I caught them completely off guard there, and I knew that even though I was pretty annoyed with what happened with my infantry, that if I sprung a decent trap, it would go my way. So here he goes in to hit my Arab cav. I don't think I spotted it though, but I'm not too worried because the legionary cavalry of the Roman player comes in, and these cataphracts are very much exhausted after their fight before, and it's at this point that you will see how terrible the morale of what do you call them, phalanx pikemen are, because here our cavalry come in, hitting them here. I'm just gonna, my men actually, I'm sure I wouldn't have told them to do this. They charged right into them. I did not tell them to do that. I'm not that crap. My archers are shooting their flanks, and you will see that mass cavalry on phalanx pikemen, especially cataphracts, is slaughter like you couldn't imagine. You'll see he's going to come from one side, I'm going to come from the other, and look at this. Look at that whole Macedonian pike unit, just all of them rout, just like that. Terrible morale. They're stupid. They're not a good unit, reliable unit in my opinion, and they're gone, just like that. So all the achievements of the Macedonian player amount to nothing, because he's just going to get wasted by our cavalry. And all we did was surround him and just smash him from two sides, and his men got a chain rout. These Roman infantry are making short work of these Silver Shield Legionnaires, and here come some early legionary cohorts, gold, which my ally had hidden. So after our initial stuff up with my perhaps ill-timed attack and lack of support, we managed to get our teamwork working together, and we make extremely quick work of these players. Over here there's some royal pikemen coming in. As you can see, they're gold, so I'm pretty sure this was a very high money game because there were a lot of units in. I don't particularly like high money games. By this point, as you can see, the Seleucid player is finished. These Cretians come over, and I'm going to let my cavalry have a field day, mopping them up, as well as my archers. So as you can see, you come in here with some more of my cavalry, hit these silver shields, and they rout. Cretians are not too bad against light cav, so they actually managed to fend me off there, but my cataphracts are cleaning up nicely. And as you can see, anyone who goes on the attack on these bridge bells, you really have to consider your attack very carefully, because it is certain that you'll get beat up. So these Cretians getting bashed down by my cataphracts. So there's a lot of very good archer units getting wasted. And the Seleucid infantry is completely surrounded. Plenty of arrows getting into them now. And it is just death like they couldn't have imagined. I'm sure after they saw my infantry rout and half my cavalry go, that they thought, oh, this is definitely our victory. But it is just turned into a complete massacre. And this is what I mean, the defender rather has a ridiculous advantage in these bridge bells, and what often happens is they just sit there because no one wants to give up the defence and go on the attack, and I just find that boring. So my Roman ally is doing extremely well now, and we managed to get, obviously like I said, get our efforts together and come up with a workable team strategy. So now that's just the Macedonian player there, and he's just going to form up. The Seleucid player is destroyed, and fortunately things are going pretty well for us. And basically we'll just bring our archers along and we'll shoot up his Cretians and harass them. And once they're out of the way, there's nothing to really concern us. So here I see some regrouped Seleucid pikemen. I'll deal with them soon. My cavalry out here. So here goes the legionary cavalry of my ally, just mopping up these Cretians. And we're about to squish these phalanx pikemen here. Not these silver shield pikemen rather. And that is death for them. It should be. And surprisingly enough, my men rout. That's annoying. Normally that would work, and then probably just my men were exhausted. It doesn't really matter though. My men must have been exhausted because that would usually work. He goes into testudo, probably not really that necessary. And my archers are here shooting up with his archers. As are these, well, they're a lot of arrows actually, pretty much. And I'm going to come in again. This time it will work. So that's kind of annoying what happened there with my cataphracts. Not that common when it does that, but they must have been really tired, and that explains why that happened. As you can see, the Seleucid player now admits defeat. His army is destroyed. This is basically showing that if you, even after a bad situation and bad teamwork at the start, if you manage to get it together and you persevere, you can certainly do a very good job of recovering from a disastrous situation. So even though it was quite disastrous what happened then, it's turned out alright. So what I decided to do is move my archers up, and I'm going to see my cataphracts, I think I seen them, any of my remaining units to go around, and we're going to just his units are thinned out, but they'd probably still win, but we want to win by a good margin. So we go around and we just shoot the flanks of these royal pikemen, because he's got no archer support anymore. So he's going to form up like that. But that provides opportunity, because it opens his the sides of his formation. We're just going to use our archers and thin them out. And if you'll see, it's 112 men right now, and I get this unit down to like 70 men, just with these few remaining archers of mine. And as you can see, all these other archers are coming around over here, and I've got my cataphracts and cavalry coming along, as does he, just in case they need those cavalry for support. And we're going to go, and as you can see, I will start shooting that up in a moment with the remainder of my archers, which are currently on flaming arrows, which I don't remember putting them on. I must have for some reason, but I will put them back off that, because I do not need that, because regular arrows are superior. So these royal pikemen will fall. So he's going to do this thing here, but this doesn't really bother me, because the sides are still very much exposed. I think the idea was that I was going to use my fire arrows to cause some morale damage, but I eventually see no point in it, and I turn them off. And I think I've done that. So you see this unit here, it's got more of its backs turned to me, I guess. So I could hit the backs of his men here, and you'll just see his men drop steadily over a period of time by continued archer fire in their back. And by the time those other archers come along, I don't think he's got any arrows left though, so this is really just me who's got arrows left. And if I remember correctly, this player was getting quite annoyed, but we just want to win by a good margin, I guess. I prefer to win by a good margin than a bad. So he went with a ton of infantry, obviously. And these were hidden at the start of the game. So I'm just going to triple speed along. As you can see, it's at 105 in that unit now. So we'll triple speed on. As you can see, look, it's going under 100. 97, 95, look at that. It's just, obviously it's not happening this fast because it's a triple speed, but as you can see, I wither that unit down by about 40 units. And he decides he's got some peeler left, he's going to toss them, which is a good idea. And this unit's down to 86, it started at 112, and that's just from my archer fire. So that's really clocking up my kills, which is helpful. I do this until I'm out of arrows, and I think I might be out of them now. Oh no, I'm still going. So that just goes on for a while. Toss some peeler, he tosses some of his remaining peeler, and these units are much depleted now. This unit's down to 68, so I have killed 60 men just with this very few little archers I have left, with about probably no more than 40 archer units or 35 archer units. I have killed half of this Royal Pikeman unit, and he was getting really frustrated at this time, and I don't believe any of these archer auxiliary have got any arrows left. If they did, this would have been very much quicker. So as you can see, there is a very depleted Macedonian player here. So I'm just going to triple speed it along again, guys, and here come the Roman infantry. They'll throw whatever peeler they have left, and that will make extremely quick work of these Macedonians. So he comes in here, and that unit gives in right away. I believe these units will cross now. So I put lots of upgrades on my cataphracts, which is pretty much what you want to do with an Armenian army for the most part. And here comes the completeness of this Roman army coming in now. But as you can see, these royals are actually putting up a very good fight, so it was well worth us using those arrows. They're putting up an extremely good fight because there's very little gaps for the Romans to get into here. But they break right through here, and this is where it's going to go way wrong for them. And it's going to cave in because it's going to be surrounded on every side. So I decided to come in with my cavalry now, I believe. Yep, the back is turned and I want to get kills. And they should go in. So as you can see, the Macedonian player is destroyed, and it is a very big massacre after what was a very bad start, especially on my part. I was probably a bit overzealous, but I had hoped my ally would support me in that initial attack, because I do like to go on the offensive more than I do like the defensive. But as you can see, that's a clear victory for us. So after a pretty terrible start, I then pull up a decent number of kills there to give me a good scorecard, but this battle should be credited to my ally Dedrit. I had 1,211 men, got 1,122 kills, 277 men left. He had 1,647 men, got 2,098 kills and 996 men remaining. My other guys had around 1,700 each. The other guys, the enemy's Kingcobra, got 1,465 kills. The other guy didn't really get very many though. So as you can see, Armenian legionnaires got destroyed. The two cataphract units I sent across got destroyed. Archers did very good though, and my two other cataphract units did massively good, as did my Arab cavalry. So I recovered from a fairly shocking start there. So it just goes to show you that if you persevere, you can certainly recover from a bad situation. But this also goes to show that in these bridge battles, the defender almost always wins because they've got so much better positioning and can capitalise upon the enemy and everything. So anyway, good game to Dedrit, Kingcobra and Hermes. This was quite a while ago, but it was kind of fun. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.